Hi, everyone, and welcome to Trades of the Week with myself and no other than Keith Sullivan, who's here with me as well, our expert financial analyst. Can I call you that?
Oh, it's a good little term. I like that.
That's good. And of course, we have our plant in the background, and that is there without fail. And this week is going to be very exciting because we're going to get into, of course, stocks, cryptos. Cryptos have had a bit of a crash. What is that all about? Will it continue or have we seen it bottom? You will find out on Trades of the Week this week. Now, before we get started, just make sure if you are a successful client of ours, if you're getting the percentages, if you made profits, do make sure you write an email to Gabriella at investment-mastery.com in order to become our client of the week, which we will be proud to have you. And you will be featured on the social media with your success. And, succeeds breeds success. I would really encourage you to do that. So make sure if you are profitable, send an email to Gabriella at investment-mastery.com. Now, let's get into it, right? Let's get into it. If we start looking at our stocks here, our buffaloes, that's where we're going to start. If we look at BETZ, that's Roundhill Sports Betting and iGaming ETF. We have put the stop loss at break even at the moment. Why have we done that, Keith?
Because we want to lock in our profits. So we want to minimize our risk and allow our profits to run, right? So in this sense, we are now risk-free as a trade. And if it pushes lower, we can move our stop loss lower and allow our profits to run while making money, which is great.
Exactly. And the reason we're getting so low is because it gapped down and took us at a little bit worse price. So now we have locked in a break even. You see there's a little bit below break even to lock in with the fees. So that's awesome. And then we have SFT. That is not a moo, but it's going to be a boo, right? We have a 1% loss on this. But last week, make sure you check that out. We took around 8% profit. So we are good there. This is just part of the game. On a more positive note, EPZ has gone up 3%. So you see, we lost 1%. Now we're up 3%. And what we have done is we have taken the stop loss up to 2%. And I might even be intrigued putting it up at 2.5%. What do you think, Keith, on this one?
Yeah,
I think take under this consolidation here.
I would probably pull it down just below that consolidation there, because this is where we can see sellers are trying to push that market down, but buyers are holding up, right? So if it does break lower than that consolidation, that may be a potential signal that this market is ready to fall lower. And at least this way, we've locked in 2.5%, so 0.5% more. Remember, these 0.5% is all about incremental growth, right? So it's not about one stock giving you 100%. It's all about 5-6 stocks giving you more than 10-20% on some of them, investment-wise or trading.
Absolutely. And if you look at this, right, we have lost 1 and now we've made 2.5% if it doesn't, gap down a lot. And the cool thing with this really is that, if we can now lose 2 in a row and still be in profit, another 2, right, which is awesome. So next up, we have Jext and FIBK. We're a little bit in profit on these two. We're not going to do anything yet. You make your own decision here, but we are waiting to put the stop loss down. FIBK is dangerously close to our stop loss. We'll see next week. But CSGP looked really good, but it continuously red. And we are always waiting for an orange candle, aren't we, Keith?
Well, I know you're colorblind, Dennis, but no, we're waiting for that green candle because we want to see buyers. But what I love about the way that we enter trades using a stop order is we're making the market work harder for us to give us an entry price, right? So in this sense of CSPG, we put a stop order above the high of the candle because we want to see the market push higher than that candle. And in this sense, it didn't. It ran out of steam for buying, pushed through the support level, and we didn't get into the trade. So this is why, for me personally, I always use stop orders rather than limits because it's a much safer approach when it comes to trading.
Absolutely. And so these were the updates for the ones we're in at the moment. It's looking really good. And we love to have losing trades because there's a saying that one of our traders or one of our graduates have, which is Rob Alders. He says, either you earn or you learn, right? So now we're learning. We see what we can learn and take with us and always grow as traders and investors. So that being said, the market, we have an update here, right? So Keith is going to give you the update in just a few seconds, but not much is happening in the stock market. But what do you think? Comment below. Do you think in 2022 we will see a stock market crash? Just comment below. Yes, we will see a crash, or no. Let's see where everyone stands in this, and we might give you our view as well. So Keith, what is happening in the market?
So as Dennis says, market this week has really been slow. We are still seeing that the major indices, your NASDAQ, your S&P 500, your US 30, your Dow Jones, they have had a slight pullback or retracement, but yet they are still showing bullish signs of potentially making new all-time highs once again. And this is the same thing that we've said for weeks, right? It's looking like the market is making all-time high after all-time high after all-time high. But right now, in regards to fear and greed, the market itself is at extreme greed. So remember the famous saying from Warren Buffett is, when others are greedy, we must be fearful. When others are fearful, we must be greedy. So this is the time that we may see a bit of a pullback or retracement into the market. Now, last week's news said all about inflation. Now, remember, inflation, once again, is the amount it's costing you for goods and services in the US, or well, anywhere in the world, but we're mainly looking at the US. So inflation had hit an all-time 30-year high. So that was the first bit of news that came out. But last week, another bit of news that did really affect the market is consumer sentiment. And this is basically just asking people, how has inflation affected your current lifestyle? Has it made it more expensive for you to live like you normally would? Or are you comfortable? And a lot more people were saying it's become more expensive. And consumer sentiment is the lowest it's been since 2011. So it's showing now it's having an effect of inflation, that people are spending less. It's costing them more to have the same living as they did in 2019, 2018, 2017. So we could now start seeing the snowball effect of this, because with inflation being at an all-time high of 30 years, we may now see the Fed have to take drastic changes of increasing interest rates and lowering stimulus packages. Now, this could cause or begin to cause the retracement or pullback in the stock market. Now, would I call it a crash? Not really. At this minute, we're just seeing natural pullbacks. The market can't go up forever. Okay, we need to see the market go up, pull back, continue up, pull back, continue up. And this is what we're seeing now. So in regards to our standpoint, we are still very bullish in the market. Now, what does that mean? We are still focusing on taking profits with VCAs, which we're going to show you a bit later on today, and also looking at long positions when it comes to Buffalo. Because if the overall market is being bullish, then we should see a lot of stocks being bullish as well. Now, Dennis, do you have anything to add on this?
Well, the only thing I want to add, and like Keith said here, we're looking for the market. The price will show you everything you need to know, right? We will have a stock market crash at some point, right? Might be happening next year, might be happening the next or the year after. So the important thing you do here is that you always, without fail, use a strategy. So what we're waiting for now is, because currently the market is trading over here, basically. It's trading with a support around the 33,500. This is the Dow Jones, the 30 biggest companies. And then the resistance is up here at 36,500. So if the market goes down and breaks below this level here, then we would start thinking in terms of, well, are we seeing a change in the market? Because as long as we're creating this pattern here with higher lows or the same level of lows, but higher over time and higher highs, then we are in a bullish market. So until that changes and we start seeing lower highs and lower lows, then we are going to be bullish. But that being said, we are still going to hedge because we just never know. So we have two opportunities for you today. We have a bullish opportunity here, which is a really good risk reward ratio on this. It's around a 4.39 to 1. So for every dollar we're risking, we might be making $4. We have a lot of nice green candles here. We have a red hammer and a green hammer the day before, which is bullish. So we think this will move upwards. So we're placing an order today on this. And secondly, so make sure you just keep the stop loss below the lowest point here as well. And do make sure you follow the Buffalo strategy on this. Second one is AMPH, Amphastar Pharmaceuticals. So we are seeing a horizontal buffalo here, a perfect buffalo with a nice range up and down. We have one of these amazing red candles, might show that the market wants to move lower. So this is the second opportunity here that we have for you today. So that being said, let's move and jump into cryptos. Now, cryptos is very interesting at the moment, I would say. We have a great, for those of you who are members, like a trade momentum opportunity. So make sure you check that out. But more so, we will see what happens. And what I want to show you here is firstly the weekly chart. And the weekly chart was actually quite interesting because we can see from last week here. Let's take this, boom. From last week, we did have a green candle. It broke up to an all-time high of 69,000 to then go lower and close around 65,700. So what currently is happening is that we are basically trading within this range here, basically. We're trading within 69,000 and 56,000. Now, are we in a bear market, right? Are we crashing? Is it going crazy now? Let's look at the weekly here. Well, if we look at the weekly, and this is where we're at the moment, it has retraced down to 60,500. But over the last couple of weeks, we've seen these candles before. We've seen one over here. We've seen one over here, right? And even though we have this candle since July, we're still up 90%, which is insane if you think about other asset classes. So the same applies here in terms for myself, Keith, and our team to be changing our view on the market because it did break to an all-time high. We could see that the previous resistance now have turned to support. But if we break the 60,000 mark or the 57,000 mark and close below, we might change our views. So you guys will be the first to know. So do make sure you subscribe to our channel and like it so you will get the notifications. But what do you think? Where do you see Bitcoin in 2022? Will Bitcoin go down to 20,000 or do you rather think it's going to go to 100,000? Comment below, what do you think? Where will Bitcoin go? We think it's more probable that we will see 100,000 than 50,000, but or than 40,000 or 30,000. But we will let you know, and the chart will tell the truth. No one knows, so we will see. But with all this in mind, we are having a pullback, which is totally fine. And now is a great time using the CCA and small cap strategy to add to some positions. And we're going to look at the daily here as usual. So every candle is 1 day. So by looking at the likes of one, for example, this is Harmony. So Harmony is a great blockchain, building a lot on it. Currently down over 30%. So if you haven't built any position yet, now is the time. Get in with a small cap strategy. Same with Cardano, down around 38%. Chainlink also dropped quite a bit now, down to around minus 20%. The same with Theta, never seems to move. We still love this company and this product, down 25%. And but what we're doing here is Tron has really rallied. We're taking 100% on that. So that's a move, Keith. Are you ready?
Here we go.
Move. Excellent. And then we have some other ones. So make sure you look over your positions here. But some of these metaverses, they're down quite a bit. So this is down from the high 40% still. We did see a rally, which is nice, but do make sure you look over those. CRO, crypto.com, very exciting crypto as well, has really started to move up, and we made another 100% on that. So that's another move here. Move. Very nice. And then the last one is Stacks. We did actually take profit on this before, so we're not taking profit on this today. We did take profit on Stacks last week when it moved up 100%. No, sorry, no, it is actually this week we're taking profit. We did not do it last week, so it is this week. So another move there, Keith. Move. Very nice. And Polkadot is building this giant ecosystem. We were up 200% on that. If you're not in it yet, it's down around 20-25% from the high. Could be good with the CCA strategy. So there you have some new ones. The new one we're entering today is Cadena. And this is a very exciting crypto. It's down 33%. We can use the small cap strategy. But Keith, why are we entering Cadena today?
So in regards to Cadena, it's more about the project itself and the team that are running the project, right? So the team that are currently running the project for Cadena have done it all within the stock market. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Dennis, but they created the first, what was it? Was it a crypto committee within the stock market, right? And that kind of pushed forward your micro strategies, your Teslas to buy into Bitcoin. So they are creating a great ecosystem, a great project. They've got a really strong team behind them. Okay, so this is something that could really move the market forward. And as you see, we've had a massive pump up, which is great. Now we're seeing a slight pullback. So it's a good time to enter to then continue with the rally higher.
Absolutely. So that is the one we're looking for here. So we're entering Cardano, which is awesome. But two last things before we move over to the VCA is that Taproot, Bitcoin's latest upgrade, will work on resolving transaction manipulation and some other areas. But we have optimization, privacy, and smart contracts. That is being implemented now, which might be a boost to the upside for Bitcoin and cryptos. But one of the reasons the market went down today is because SEC rejected the VanEck ETF. VanEck has been really applying for many years. And now since we got the first one approved, they thought, well, maybe we will get this one approved as well. It's a spot Bitcoin ETF, which would be amazing. It would have been amazing. But due to fraud and manipulation reasons, it was rejected. That being said, that presents the opportunity for us, because if all these things were happening, it was regulated, everything was great, then everyone would be in the market as well. So make sure you do your research here and comment below once again, where do you think Bitcoin will be in 2022? So next up, be the VCA portfolio. And last thing, by the way, is this, right? We want to look at the fear and greed index for cryptos. And you can see here that it's still at 71. That's very greedy, the market. It was at extreme greed last week. The market needs to cool down. So it's a great metric to look at. When it's at extreme greed, good time to take a little bit of profits off the table. When it's cooling down, just reinvest with the strategies. Very, very important. And like I said, by watching this channel, you will be the first to know if the sentiment changes in the market. We are keeping track on chain analysis. We're looking at, are people buying or selling? Are they depositing money? Are they withdrawing money or cryptos to exchanges to sell? You will be the first to know, so make sure you stay tuned. So some stocks then we're looking at, we have now risen the stop loss on Schneider National to 20%. So we might raise it further, we'll see, but it's around, we lock in 20% there. On PayPal, we have put the stop loss at minus 30%. Oh, sorry, we have entered again at minus 30%. I can't believe PayPal is down 30%, which is amazing to see. We are taking profits. It reached a stop loss on Spotify, so we're locking in 25% there on the money invested. So I think that's worth a move, Keith. Moo. Very nice. I'm not sure, Marcus would probably say, don't kill the cow, or, you're not killing the cow here because we're taking all of it out. But I like to move, so we're doing that. On KGC, the gold company, Kinross Gold Corporation, we're putting the stop loss at 15%. So well done if you're in this. And by the way, comment below, were you in Kinross Gold? Were you in Spotify? Comment below so we know. Some other ones here, we have Dollar Tree. It really is a Dollar Tree. So it really rallied higher, which you never know, right? You never know if these things are going to happen. But we were in this for quite a long time, entered 2 times, and then boom, right? Really went up. So we're locking it in at 35% at the moment. Ka-ching, right? So we're locking that in to see what's going to happen. It's just underneath this candle here to leave it some more room to run. This is very important. We need to let our profits run, because I know you're tempted to just take the profits. We're not going to do that. Would you do that, Keith, or will you let it run?
No, of course, right. You got to let your profits run. Cut your losses short, allow your profits to run, because that is how we're going to make as much money out of an investment as possible. So Absolutely. Never get emotional.
No emotions. You can celebrate after, a little bit of emotions after, it's okay. Vail, we're entering another time here, minus 47%. So that's going down, which is great. I love this strategy. You just enter more when it goes down. On MicroStrategy, we put a stop loss at 20%. And on Pfizer, we got stopped out at 15%. So when this went down, took us out, we made 15%. So another move there. Move. So in total this week, we made 40% on VCA. Now, last but by no means least, we're entering Activision Blizzard. It's a really interesting company, I think. They're in gaming, probably going to get into metaverses as well. Positive income, positive earnings per share over the next 5 years, which means that looking to go up when we're looking at the fundamentals there as well. Good debt ratio. They have low debt, which we like, and all positive return on assets, equity, and investments, which means they're making money on their investments as well. And the best part is it's down 33% from the high. Is there anything you would add to this one, Keith? Anything you like with Activision Blizzard?
No, so with Activision, as Dennis said, fundamentally looks very, very strong. For me, with the return on assets, equity, and investment being over 5%, it's showing us that they are effective at generating money within themselves and growing at an acceptable rate, which is great. But for me, I didn't take Activision actually as a VCA. I took this more as a buffalo. So as you can see with Activision, it did come down to a longer term support level, which then gave us an opportunity to get in a long position here. So this is a great way to start looking at the market. If you see a VCA coming down to a level of support, we can then see that reversal, okay? Because technicals do play the short-term movement of the market, right? Markets move short-term by the technicals, but the longer-term by the fundamentals. So in this sense, we did have a 33% drop, and also the market is showing bullish signs on a support level. So I really think it's a good investment to take.
Yeah, I believe so too. I think it's a no-brainer. So this is awesome. So this is the one we're adding. It's ATVI. It's a ticker, Activision Blizzard. All right, everyone. So before we wrap up for today, we do need to have a look at the results. And this is it, right? So with the Buffalo, we made a 1% loss as a boo rather than a moo, but either we're earning or learning. So that is awesome. And then on the VCA, we made 40%. That is on Pfizer, and we did it on Spotify, right? So I hope you got the same. Make sure you comment below. And if you would like to get these results, make sure you comment, give me these results. So then we can inform you on what to do here, because we're using these very specific strategies. On CCA, nothing taken there, but on small cap, we took another 300%. On stacks, that's STX, on Tron, and on crypto.com, which is CRO as well. So that's it for Trades of the Week this week. Really hope you enjoyed it and that you had some fun as well and that you learned a lot. And do make sure you hit that subscribe button in order to never miss an opportunity. And of course, to know, will the market crash? When will it crash? We will give you our analysis every single week, so you will be the first to know. So press the like button if you like the video. Comment below as well. Where do you think Bitcoin will go? Will we see 100,000 in 2022? Will it come earlier? What do you think? Because that's what we really care about. And also, we would be super proud if you would become a client of the week for us. So make sure you write an email to Gabriella at investment-master.com if you're a client of ours and you're getting these amazing results. That being said, we are super excited for the weeks to come for Trades of the Week, and we hope to see you there. And we're looking forward to seeing you, of course, as early as next week on Trades of the Week.